Hi.
Hey, welcome to the poop conversation. Tim, you're getting volunteered since you brought it up.
I am Tim playing Nikotas, hold on, I forgot my name. I just forgot my character sheet. I am Tim playing Nikotas, the Custos of Justice. The Changeling, Bard Rogue Wizard.
Bard Rogue Wizard. What a combo.
I don't normally like the 3-class multi-class, but it worked so perfectly for this, I will allow it.
I don't think I can actually fight anybody, but I can talk my way through anything.
Perfect.
That's what matters, really.
Alright, whoever wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm Amanda. I play Razdaz, the Changeling Sorcerer. I'm really into spooky depths and being accused of murder.
As one does, you know.
You know, as you do.
Yeah.
I can go. I'm Demos, the nervous, curious, laughing lizard folk.
Alright.
Amazing.
I'm Kantos, the warforged artificer, and I have a body in my bag.
That's true. Quick note, I was actually at work and was Googling some facts about body decomposition. I'm like, man, please don't check my phone, FBI. Because this will be really hard to explain.
Oh man, if we find blowflies, I'm
The weird
upset.
things on my work computer.
And I don't have on my spell list what's like the cleric one that lets them not decay
Limits
or
to
turn.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
can't think of the
remember
name
what
of
it's
it.
called now. Yeah.
But that would be super handy right now.
Alright, so Dan, you want to finish this out?
Yeah, I'll finish it off. But real quick, like, I mean, you guys have heard of Achilles, right? And Achilles' heel?
Yeah.
No, not even once.
Okay, so
Who?
I was wondering, like, I was reading a book today, and I thought this was really interesting. Like, that the Greeks did this with a lot of different, like, body parts or whatever. Like, you've heard of Achilles, but have you heard of both of these?
Oh no.
Both of these nuts.
But have you heard of
I knew
Ligma?
where it was going, and I'm still sad.
Oh, hold on. There's more to that.
Oh my god.
But my goodness, have you heard of Ligma?
The weakest part of the body, is that it? Yeah. I actually had ligma once. When I was in the hospital. Infection I had ligma balls.
That's an interesting location for some Ligma.
Yeah. Anyway, Bion, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, right. I'm Bion, and I'm a dwarf cleric, upholder of the law. And we know that lady who's dead was not allergic to bees.
She both is and isn't.
Yes.
That's what we have concluded.
Schrodinger's bees.
Exactly. Schrodinger's bee allergy, really. Yeah. So, quick recap. Last time, we did a whole lot of arguing with a dead body. Was most of the session. Briefly, there was a riot, and where we left off, Bion was following said riot. We're gonna pick up, and no one, weirdly, not even Nikotas with his ridiculously high passive perception, noticed, until it was weirdly quiet, that Vaso has slunk off to parts unknown. So, what we're gonna do is, Bion, you were already on your way following this, like, riot of people trying to go after the nymph. Is anyone going to join him? Like any?
I would.
So
That looks interesting.
So, as you say that, Nikitas, your pocket, well, I guess you don't really have a pocket, but like your little bag, your coin purse, starts to ring with a familiar ringtone.
Oh boy. I answer it before really quickly.
Okay, so you like on the first ring, pick up.
Oh, yeah, I know it's an embarrassing tone, so I quickly pick it up to spare myself.
I'm curious.
Am I nearby?
What?
Am I nearby him when he answers his device?
Yeah, so everyone but Bion was pretty well together still. Nikitas, what is your ringtone? Last time we had just like the generic iPhone ringtone.
I think it's getting hot in here. For sure. Yep.
That sounds about right.
I'm like, oh, turn it off. Alright, I'm pager.
I don't think we've been sued by Nelly yet on the podcast, so that's a new one to add to the list.
Yes.
I need somebody to do a running tally. I need to know who all we're getting sued by for,
Oh gosh.
purposes.
That's a lot of responsibility.
It is. It is.
Disney's definitely coming for us.
Oh yeah, so hard.
Are
All
you
right,
following them?
hold on. So, as Hot in Here starts playing on your speaking stone, you pull it out quickly and answer, and Telemon, your boss, he appears again. This Eric Krokra, and he says, "Now, Nikitas, I remember telling you and Bion, you boys are supposed to be investigating this murder, and from what I hear, there's a riot."
Completely unrelated, sir.
And he says, "Now, as you know, this is a recording, so you can't answer, but..."
I knew that, sir.
"But, I need you to hurry up with this. This is #1 priority." And then
Yes, sir.
the image fades, and as this happens, you see 2 heavily armored men with shields and spears come running up and say, Are you the investigator?"
Who's asking?
Well, we have some suspects that we rounded up. We thought you might want to talk to them."
Yes. The suspects. It's a great idea. Bion, should we detective work on these suspects?
So Bion is quite a ways away from you. He's following this riot.
Yes, I am pain in your assholes by being so far away.
To get his attention, I throw my sending stone at him to kind of hit him back to get his attention to come back.
So what?
I mean, I perfectly have mage hand at will. I'm gonna throw this stone.
So as you're trying to get his attention, one of the guards says, "Sir, there's no time to get your short-legged friend. 2 of you, come with us. He probably needs someone to go with him."
That's fair. Let's go.
So,
Away we go.
who is going with Bion and who is going with Nikitas?
Which one's the one that keeps accusing me of murder?
Yes.
Wait, I think we have the most.
The one that has not been bringing it up as much.
The one with the nicer ass.
Right.
It's all about the ass.
Right. That's really what it matters. What matters when you bring it down.
Alright, so you 2, are you going with Nikitas or Bion, or are you splitting up?
I was gonna casually just follow behind the group, but if they're splitting up, what were who? Oh shoot! What were the group options?
There's 2. There's Nikitas or Bion.
Nikitas is 1 through 10. Bion's 11 through 20. I got 12. I'm going with Bion.
Alright. So Bion, you have Razdaz and Demos. So Raz, the changeling who definitely didn't imitate your ass. It was a female dwarf's ass for sure.
For sure.
It just looks suspiciously like yours. Same weird mole and all.
Them cheeks be clapping.
Yeah, it's very hard for you to stealth. And also, Demos, the nervous lizard folk, are rushing to catch up to you.
Wait for me. I'll join you guys.
So, Kantos, you go with Nikitas?
I wouldn't have chose that, but I won't leave him alone.
That's probably smart.
Nikitas appreciates that.
One of the guards is actually like, yeah, that's probably smart. I don't think you should leave this guy alone ever. The most unconventional investigator I've ever seen, and I've seen at least 4.
And that's me.
At least 4.
Actually, as a changeling, I am probably the same person all 4 times.
It's all for you.
He just didn't know.
This is not the first time we've met, sir.
Oh, my bad, ma'am.
Hey, for you, I can do whatever you want, okay?
Oh dear.
Literally, you could.
Alright, take me to these suspects.
Okay, so, Nikitas, these 2 guards lead you and Kantos off to where they've got these suspects detained, and we are going to first follow Bion. So, Bion, you have followed this big crowd of people, their torches and pitchforks, as they're chanting about how they're going to kill this nymph. And they seem to eventually start losing steam as this trek goes on. And they basically all decide to instead go to the winery, which you would recognize as the one that Stolos had mentioned a lot of the athletes were staying at.
I'm going to percept.
Okay.
See if I see where they're petering off to.
Well, like I
The
said,
person that I thought was the leader was petering off to.
they're mostly petering off to the winery.
Oh, they're just petering off to the winery? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like we got to the winery and then they were like, oh, we're at the winery now.
Yeah, basically. They were like, oh, well, this is a really long walk. It's like half a mile. And they're like, this is longer than I wanted to walk.
Okay, well, I want to percept to see if I can figure out where the instigator went, the guy that I thought was the instigator.
Okay. I will let you roll with advantage, actually, since you saw him earlier.
Okay. I got a 15 and a 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you see this guy and a couple of others just kind of in the corner.
Alright. And I have who with me?
You have Demos, the nervous lizard folk, and you have Razdaz, the changeling.
Okay, I just remembered what this guy did to me. He hit me with a rotten orange, and my notes were hit by rotten orange, dash, purse asshole, dash, nymph mob, dash.
Brilliant.
Oh, no.
So, I'm going to approach them. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to approach them.
Okay. Are you...
Ask them.
Well, I was going to say, are you talking to your compatriots before you walk over, or are you just hoping they follow and go along with your plan?
Yeah, maybe I should tell. Yeah, that's probably a good point. I'm gonna tell the two bros who followed me, the two G's. Oh, can I deputize them?
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn around. In the name of the law and my power, you two are now deputies of Mida.
This is the best day of my life.
My eyes get really wide.
Responsibility comes great power.
Perfect.
Something.
Nope, that was exactly accurate.
Yeah, nailed it. Demos, what were you saying?
So my eyes get really wide, and I'm like shadowing exactly what you did. I'm like,
That's what's up.
I'm like, I'm gonna order a drink and and act casual. I'll
No,
watch.
so let's get this together. You guys are deputies of the law now.
So I
We
walk
gotta
over
stay
to.
on the up and up. Okay?
So wait, Demos, you're just ignoring him and going to get a drink?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not very. You know what? I was gonna let you do that anyway. You go check out the bar. I'm gonna go talk to the people over here that were leaders with our other deputy here. They're gonna come with me, right? Yes, that's the plan. Okay.
A solid plan. Go for it.
Let's do it.
I am
Let's
observing.
go talk to these people that I think are the leaders of the riot while Demos goes and checks out the bar for good reconnaissance.
Perfect.
Okay.
As it should be.
So as you walk over, what are you doing? What are you saying?
I'm gonna saunter over all cool like with my, but also I'm gonna make sure that I have an air of authority by having my hand resting on the pommel of my my weapon, just so they know that I'm not one to be trifled with here.
Do you have the little ribbon on there from last time still?
Sure.
Because you were going around putting ribbons on everybody's weapons.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you absolutely remember that.
No, I don't at all. I don't have it written down anywhere. I also have sad eyes written down about something.
Okay.
Amazing.
And then maybe cool peoples with a question mark.
That's me.
These are fantastic notes. And I love how it's usually those of us over here in person who are the ones drinking. And somehow your notes they're interesting.
I'm not even done yet. I also have the person in black stays wet.
What?
I got no clue what I meant with that one.
I don't even know what the fuck that could be.
Is it possible you just wrote that down at random from something else non-game related?
No, this is definitely my D&D note.
Great.
I
Oh.
usually take some really weird notes too. I don't got that at all. How is that?
You guys are lucky that we're not playing D&D bingo. Dan's D&D notes bingo.
I got a dark figure.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna.
I do have written in here. I see eyes of victim, see walking, and and everything goes black. I did write the word black down, but nothing about wet.
And you have not written down anything yet for this game, so we're
If
just
it-
freeballing it.
If it helps, I usually don't write down a whole lot.
Love it.
Yeah. So,
I don't write down anything when I'm DMing.
I can't. I cannot keep notes while I'm DMing. Thankfully, usually we have people taking notes, except Dan's are...
The best ever.
Yeah.
Piggy sweat bear claw
It meant
level.
something at the time, okay? I just
So-
don't know what it was.
So again, they're still not as bad as Piggy Swipe Bear Claw. That one takes literally the cake. The whole cake.
Oh,
So,
this has been good. This has been fun. All right, guys.
yeah, good game.
Oh,
Good
anyway.
game.
See you guys in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going to saunter over to them with my hand resting on the pommel of my warhammer that I
Ribboned
wear on
warhammer.
my ribboned warhammer that I wear around my waist, apparently. Because that makes sense. But that's what we're doing here. We're a big Warhammer gang. So I'm gonna roll up and be like, "Excuse me, you guys have anything to do with this this crowd gathering here?"
And the one who you believe to be the leader is like, "What are you, a cop?"
No. Definitely not a cop, boys. I'm one of the cool kids.
How you doing, fellow youths?
Yeah.
I'm way into riots and being crazy and throwing oranges at cops.
Anarchy, am I right?
They do not believe you. And they're just like, we don't trust cops. We're not talking to you.
I'm gonna lean back on my heels like I'm offended and be like, "Well, I don't trust shisty little criminals,
Oh, okay, not helping.
rotten orange throwers."
Yeah, that was me.
Which one of you is the purse asshole?
What's the purse asshole?
I don't know what that would mean, but that's also a note I have written down.
Did I miss a session? I swear swear.
Apparently, I also missed it. I apparently missed that session as well.
He had it by himself, guys. We weren't excited.
Bion just DMs his own session sometimes.
Alright, Bion, what do you do? Whatever the fuck I want.
In my room, there are no rules.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Anyway, okay, trying to think what I should do now.
So while he's
Well,
thinking,
Oh,
It
hold
doesn't
on.
matter if you don't trust the law. I have my finger in his face, or if I can reach his face, I'm not sure how tall this guy is. And I'm only like 4'5"
Right.
or something. So, it doesn't matter if you don't trust the law, because the law is the law.
What are you trying to accomplish here? Exactly. I'm saying this in character. Just so you know.
Deputy, shh, shh.
Are you saying this like out loud, or are you at least whispering it?
Nope. Yep. Saying it right out loud.
Oh, perfect.
I am gonna sit down with these people and see if I can wave down a waitress to order them all around a drink.
Okay.
Good cop, bad. I lean over and whisper, that's right. Good cop, bad cop.
I'm actually not a cop, you weirdo.
Okay, so real
I'm
quick.
gonna order them all a drink.
Okay, so real quick, Demos is gonna take their turn.
so I also
Oh, sorry.
was going to order them all a drink,
Oh, good.
but not go sit by them. But I also want to like ask the barkeep, be like, I got a weird question for you, and so have you had anyone come through oddly obsessed with bees lately, or insects in general?
So the barkeep is just like, no.
Okay, thank you.
That's a weird question.
I told you it was weird.
Well, you're not wrong.
But anyway, yeah, I want to buy those guys a round of drinks, but don't tell them it was for me. And I also want a drink,
Okay.
and I'll pay for it.
Yeah. Okay, so you order a round of drinks. Unbeknownst to you, Razdas is also currently trying to do the same thing. And so...
Can we make it so when I turn around to order, the drinks are coming and it just looks like I'm really smooth?
Roll just a luck check.
Okay.
Basically, if you roll high enough, then we'll say yes.
Okay. I got an 18.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that as you turn around to order them, they're already on their way.
Yes. And I'll just put my arms out like, hey.
Perfect. All right, so Bion, you see all this going down. What are you doing?
They just bought a drink for the criminals.
Technically a round of drinks.
By law, the law, I'm looking at it right now. Article D, Section 17, Code 36-A. Deputized deputies deputized by Bion cannot give out free drinks to criminals.
Oh.
Right there, black and white.
Were they arrested for anything? Were these people arrested for anything?
No. Raz, roll a perception check for me.
Okay, cool. Perception. I got an 8.
Oof. So,
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of like half glimpse what he's reading, and you get kind of the feeling that maybe he's full of shit, but
No, stop.
but you can't really tell for sure.
I've never been full of shit a day in my life.
Yeah, you are very regular. It's always out.
And for these people haven't been arrested for nothing, so therefore they are not criminals.
The law is the law.
I think the word you're trying to say is alleged criminals.
Alleged.
Bion gets it. Everyone's a criminal until proven innocent.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just waiting.
United States.
I'm just waiting for Bion to be like, I am the law.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's coming.
So you're full meltdown.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit at a table like where I can see them,
Okay.
but not with them,
Okay.
and just watch
All
while I
right.
drink my drink.
Excellent. So we are going to cut back over to Nikotas and Kantos. And you've both been led to this group of tents. And there are a few different like doorways, basically. Just flaps that you can go through. And in one, you see a lineup of individuals. And
Before I walk in, I must change my face
okay.
into something very scary. What would be a scary race to model after? What's something I've seen that was terrifying? Maybe like a minotaur, maybe, or like an orc.
You saw a bunch of tentacles coming out of a void lately.
Yes, I want to have a very tentacled, scary face.
Okay. So like a mind flayer, basically?
Yeah, I want to go. I want to walk in there like a mind flayer.
Okay.
Amazing.
And I look over at Kantos and I'm just like, shh, go with it. I can make you look like something too. And I use minor illusion and put a beard and a mustache on Kantos. But like scowling, you're like really mean looking.
Which is
Like,
fantastic because Kantos is a warforged, so I'm just picturing Tinker Gadget right now.
Is that what Tinker Gadget looks like?
Yes, that's perfect. Let's go.
I roll my eyes, but I don't spell it away.
Okay. So as you enter, let's see, there are 6 individuals.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I did this on purpose. So there is an Earth Ganassi, there is a Forest Gnome, a Goliath, actually 2 Goliaths, a Dwarf, and an Aarakocra.
Okay. Can I, before we, as you walk in, I'm going to look at the 2 guys in armor, and I want to ask, so, who are you? Are you the police? Like, why did you round up these suspects?
So they just kind of look at each other, confused, and they're like, yeah, we're the city guards.
Let me see your badge.
He hands you a badge and was like, do you not have one of these?
Okay, everything just seems to be above board. And I take out my badge.
He's like, is that
Which I'm
is
pretty
that
sure I
fake?
have one. Yes, I'm an independent freelance detective.
He's just like, that doesn't seem suspicious at all.
I know you can't tell by my face, but I am Nikotas, the Kustos of Justice. I know you've seen me before because I've seen you. This is one of my many faces.
They both
Now-
just they give you a 1,000-yard stare, like no clue who you're talking about.
All these suspects look guilty upon first inspection. I must interrogate them one by one. Can you bring one to me? And I must be with them outside of the tent, away from everyone else.
So one of them is like, yeah, just tell us which one you want, but you see there's this other flap here. That's where you can go to question them. You don't have to go
Alright.
outside.
Give me 1 second, and I have to, I'm sorry, Contos, I have to take your beard away. It's like, whisk away, and off goes your beard. And I open up the flap, and I go inside, I take a chair, and then I minor illusion a lamp, like a really dingy lamp, and make the kind of really dark around. The lamp just looks right at the chair. And the chair looks in like horrible. Like even if it looks nice, I make it look dirty and bad. And make it look really like dingy inside.
I mean, technically, you could dirty it up. I was gonna say you could use.
prestidigitation to make it dirty.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. So you didn't waste
Okay.
a minor illusion.
I take all the dirt around and I make it really dirty. And I got my minor illusion lamp ready to go for this investigation.
Perfect.
Bring in the first guilty party, the Earth Ganassi.
Okay. So, Contos, are you?
Countess, I need you to come in here.
Okay, I thought he said he was going alone, so I didn't want to just stride in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was going in to prepare the room.
So Kantos, do you have any type of weaponry or anything that can make you look like intimidating, like a gun? If you know what that is.
Do you know what that is?
I don't
I heard
know
it used once in a poem.
what that is, but I pull out my rapier, and I'm really missing the fact that I used to have a goatee and a mustache right now.
You continue to stroke.
So I stroke where it would have been, and I just stab it down in the table right next to the guy. And I stand menacingly with my arms crossed.
I say, Kantos, you're going to be the bad cop. And I don't know if this is custom or not, but I'm going to deputize you because you're working with me. I don't know if this has ever been done before, but according to Article D, Section 17, Nigitas can deputize those helping him in an investigation. Do you accept this honor?
If I must.
Was it a yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I scribble it on my notepad, deputized, honoree, blah, blah, and I post it to your body. It's like a magnet.
It's just like a sticky note.
Official. Yeah, you're definitely going to be the bad cop. You look pretty terrifying with a rapier and your arms crossed like that.
Well, I mean, he put the rapier into the table like you would a knife, but this is a whole ass sword.
Very intimidating. That sounds great. Now, we can't both be bad cops. Me looking like this isn't going to work. And I changed my face in front of him, and now, is everybody around here predominantly human? Like, would that be like a trustworthy face that they would trust?
I mean, I wouldn't say predominantly. It's a pretty solid mix, but if you had just like a generic human face, you feel like that would be relatively trustworthy.
Like the most bland face that, I look a little bit like everybody, every human, all humans look alike kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I just want to come off as no, I got it. I changed my mind. I'm going to look like an Earth Ganassi.
Okay.
And I want to bring in the Earth Ganassi. Trust me. And I guess the two guards will bring in the Earth Ganassi, and I look like almost identical.
So, as they bring this woman in, she has like a lot of natural elements on her. Seems like someone who definitely is very in tune with the surrounding area. She has like feathers and beads that seem to be made of like wood or some other local elements. And she just kind of walks in and is not really paying attention and just sits down and is like, why am I here?
Please, take a seat.
Oh, I didn't... She's like, I didn't
friends.
see you there. Why am I here?
Can I cast friends?
Yeah, what does she have to do to resist?
Nothing. She doesn't resist it. I just get charisma. I get advantage on all charisma checks.
Okay.
For her for one.
Yeah.
Hello, come sit down. Come sit down. Yes, I, a fellow Earth Ganassi like yourself, I'm also upset that you've been detained. Triggered, I guess? What were you doing when those guards took you? I don't mind the scary thing behind me. It's a tin can. It doesn't even move.
You see that, like...
And the Countess there, like, moves slightly.
You see, like, one of her eyes twitches a little bit, and she's like, oh, I didn't see that thing. What is that?
It's my bodyguard.
Oh. Okay.
You know, in case things get a little out of control. But no worries. I know they won't. I know you're innocent.
She's like, yeah, I don't even know why I'm here. Who are you?
I am Ganasitas. And I work for the...
Oh my god.
Pontos.
See, I work for the law around here, and we're trying to investigate a murder.
Oh.
Do you know anything about that?
No.
I see that you're in tune with the elements, as am I, because I'm also an Earth Ganassi. Have you seen an increased presence of bees around here, and is that unnatural? Do you sense anything unnatural about the balance of the brood around here?
So she just says, I mean, there's a lot of bees. That's normal here. This is known for being a famous vineyard.
Bees are normal. You're right, because I should know that. You're absolutely right. Bees are normal. Do you know anything about the murder that happened here tonight?
She says, I didn't even know anybody was killed. I was just watching the games. I was going to head back home.
What brings you here? Are you a performer or just a spectator?
So she says, I was just here to watch.
Okay, suspicious, I will say. Can I get your address and information in case you have further questions?
She's like, what are you talking about address? I just live outside the city.
Outside the city, that'll do. Will do. Contos, do you have any questions for my dear friend here?
What event were you here to watch today?
And she just looks and is like, the Olympics?
Which
Checks out.
events for the Olympics?
Nikitas has already moved on.
What kind of question? Like, I guess can I, out of character, make a roll to do like an investigation on like how much information she has regarding like the events that unfolded, like the commotion or anything out of the norm that she's seen as a spectator?
Yeah, I'll let you roll. It's going to be kind of a high DC, but only because you've already questioned her.
Can you beat a natural 1 + 9?
Ooh. Yeah.
Alright, 10. I'm starting to gather that our dear friend Ganassi, or Earth Ganassi here, she's innocent. I just think she's here to spectate. She said that bees are normal, which checks out. She's absolutely right. There are vineyards around here, and bees are a natural occurrence. I don't see anything out of the normal there. We have her information. We can find her later. She just lives right outside. right outside of here. So, as I say, we move on. What do you think?
I just nod my head menacingly. Like,
You menacingly
menacing,
nod your
yeah,
head.
just like.
Well, if you have any addition, I write down my information, and I guess the number to my sending stone. Might be a message. Maybe should she have any more information to get back to the office?
She just kind of looks at you and takes this note and is like, okay, bye.
Alright, Friends wears off, and she's suddenly aware that I casted Friends on her. And she's very irritated with me.
Yeah, you hear as she's walking out, like, that fucking weirdo.
Alright, bring in the next one. What was the next one? You said what?
So, yeah, the next was a forest gnome. And like I said, there's also the 2 Goliaths, the mountain dwarf, and the Aarakocra.
Alright, let's get a 2 for 1. Can we bring in both Goliaths at once? And I'm going to shift myself into a Goliath.
Okay.
But I'm sure I don't know if Goliaths are considered large creatures, but I'm not going to be quite as tall.
Yeah, they're like right on that borderline. I think they're closer to like 8 or 9 feet.
Yeah, I'm like a dwarf Goliath. And I look just like them.
Yeah.
Like the perfect blend of the two of them. And I guess they walk in.
Okay, so they escort these 2 Goliaths in, and they're just looking at you, kind of dumbstruck, like, are you sure you're a Goliath?
I am. I was the runt of the litter.
Ah, I see.
It happens, yep.
Yeah,
We all
yeah.
can't build.
My cousin was the runt.
Yes. We're small, but we pack a punch.
The female just kind of giggles. So we have a non-binary and we have a female Goliath.
Then I'll catch Friends in the non-binary is fine.
Okay.
So I cast it and I say, Well, welcome. We're all friends here. I don't know. Again, I'm on the same charade. I don't know why you were detained. I mean, I'm just here giving representation as your lawyer, representing you here. You have to be honest with me. Did you do anything unlawfully?
So,
Or maybe something that might be construed as unlawful?
so the female Goliath speaks up first and is like, "Hold on, I just saw you cast a spell. You say you're a lawyer?"
I cast frenzy. Yes, I'm a lawyer. My name is Goliathos, and I represent the city. And I'm obviously here for your benefit. To represent you, can I roll a deception check?
Absolutely, you need to.
16.
Okay. I'm actually going to switch dice because I've only rolled 19 and 7.
Stop using my dice.
Yeah, I'm going to. Okay. I don't know why. Like, I have never had that problem with them until we started playing on this. Okay. Alright, so you rolled a what?
16.
Okay. You definitely pass.
Okay. So see, I told you, I'm definitely here to represent you. You got to tell me everything you know. These guys are trying to pin murder on you. You guys don't look like murderers to me. Oh my God, they totally look like murderers.
Are you trying to keep that quiet, or are you just saying that very loudly?
No, that was definitely very quiet.
Okay. Roll a stealth.
17.
Okay, yeah. Believe it or not, that passes. So they do not seem to hear you, but they can definitely see that you're talking.
Yes. Can you just tell me what you know? I mean, you obviously did something to get caught, right? I'm here for you. Just be honest. Be honest. Anything that you think you can get in trouble for, I can make it all go away. You just gotta tell me the truth.
So,
Make a persuasion check.
yeah, actually, I'll let you roll a persuasion.
I get advantage. 18.
Yeah, you pass. So,
what kind of information these big things give me?
so,
Big Goliath 1 and 2.
so the female Goliath says, "Well, I was competing whenever all of this went down. I'm actually a triathlete, and I was in the archery portion when I heard the scream. And she says, and Euphro said that they were wrestling as everything went down. So we don't know what happened. But we were very upset that our friend was murdered."
Oh, your friend? What was your friend's name?
That's a great question. Iola.
Iola?
Yep.
Iola. That's more information than we came here with.
Except
what
you
is
literally
your-
had that before. That
Iola
was
elf
yes.
dead.
What?
Iola elf dead.
Yeah, Iola was the name of the elf.
Yola. I have Yola written down before. Iola. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Iola. And what is your relationship to the deceased? Just friends?
Yeah, I mean, she was another competitor.
Does she have any enemies that you're aware of?
Well, I mean, she was talking about that creepy person.
Black, yeah.
Yeah. But other than
you
that,
think that was on that person in black?
they were wearing black. I do know that.
How tall? If you had to give a dwarf Goliath size, tall Goliath size, where would they fall?
Well, they were shorter than a Goliath. So, hopefully that narrows it down for you.
It does the opposite, actually. Okay. Well, Akantos, do you have any questions for our friends here?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's my number. You can call my sending stone whenever you need to. If you find any additional information, if you find yourself stalked by a creepy guy wearing black, certainly give me a call. We'll be there to help. Us Goliaths need to stick together.
Like, yeah, yep, yeah, you're right.
Can I roll an insight check to see if I can tell if either of them are lying to me or withholding any information?
Yeah, I'll let you roll it again.
17.
They don't seem to be lying.
They're good peoples. Okay. I do ask, why were you detained? Were you doing something you shouldn't have done? Were you fighting anybody? Well, like, why did the guards even bring you here?
So, at this point, Eufro, who she said was the non-binary, just stands up and slams their hands down on the table and says, "We didn't do anything. It's probably because we're so much bigger and stronger and smarter and more attractive."
Very definitely. Yeah, sometimes it pays to be the run, am I right?
I don't know about that. Now, you said you're a lawyer, so are we under arrest or can we leave?
No. You're definitely free to go. But here, again, take my calling card.
All right, so they walk out, and we're gonna cut back over to Bion and crew.
Thank gosh.
It's Bion and the gang.
All right, so Bion, what are you doing?
Well, I believe I was chastising my deputy for giving a drink to
Absolutely.
the alleged criminals who threw an orange at me, by the way, which is a crime.
That's definitely a crime.
Anyway,
Why? I didn't see that.
well, be thankful you didn't. It was most despicable.
Anyway, I'm gonna hand out drinks.
Oh, so the person working at the winery had already brought them over and passed them out to everyone. Did you order one for yourself and for Bion as well?
I didn't order anything, technically. So
Right, but I mean,
don't know what you
in
ordered.
theory, would you have?
Yeah, probably.
Demos, did you order for everyone or just the alleged criminals?
Just the criminals.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull out my flask.
So, Bion, are you asking any other questions?
Well, I'm kind of distracted by all the drinks because I have a proficiency in brewing, and this is very intriguing to me.
I do
Also, my
too.
last name was Alemaster, so there's that. I'm very interested in getting a drink, but I'm also very interested in working on the law.
Okay. Which one takes
Trying to
priority?
decide. Well, I believe it's the law in this case. DM.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't have time for such frivolous flights of fantasy. It's all about the law here.
Well, fortunately
So,
for you, as you look around, the waitress seems to be pretty occupied.
Well, I'm sure she is. So are the two? How many suspects are there here that I have over here rounded up?
3. They're definitely well-rounded at this table with drinks in hand.
Are they people? Like, are they humans? Like, what are they? What are we talking about here?
What are you gonna do?
That is Article 7, Section Z, legal. Anyway, the 3 are goblinoids. They're not goblins. They're like bugbears, hobgoblins, and one of them seems to be like maybe a half goblin.
Oh, I see.
Like, oh, what?
I see.
You're just saying this because we're goblins. That's what it is.
You might be right. You do look pretty suspicious. Alright, is there an extra chair at their table?
Well, I kind of assumed you were already sitting, but yes.
Oh, I was assuming I was standing. But if I'm already sitting, that's fine. That rules out the chance of you making me roll to make sure I don't fall down while I try to sit. So.
Can you roll to see if you can sit properly? I'm just kidding.
I do have a 5 in dexterity. So
Thought you were gonna say you have a proficiency in sitting.
that as well. They don't call me Bion Desktop Ale Master for nothing.
Those are all definitely canon.
So I'm going to lean over very, not ominously, but very, I'm going to try to be very friendly. I'm trying to be good cop now.
Okay.
Right? I'm playing good cop, bad cop because my deputy's already too good cop.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
now I've got to be good cop. And I got to be good cop, bad cop, and medium cop all in one.
Which you're used to. You're used to that.
Yes, I'm used to playing all the roles in one go here because I usually play by myself. So I lean forward and I'm like, listen, somebody was murdered. There has been a murder in the Olympic Village.
Like, yeah, everybody knows that. We saw you standing by the body. Who says you didn't do it?
Well, first of all, I'm an officer of the law. I would never.
You just said you weren't a cop.
They've already figured me out.
Oh, gotcha.
If I don't tell them now, it's entrapment. Okay.
That's a myth, actually, but okay.
I love how New Alexandria follows U.S. law.
Obviously.
Listen, folks. You seem like great goblins, great hobgoblins, great half goblins, or whatever you are. But our people haven't always seen eye to eye. By our people, I mean law abiders and yourself. So you see, I need to know if you know anything about the person that was murdered. We would like to find the person and bring them to justice. It's really all very cut and dry.
So I'll let you roll persuasion, but it's definitely with disadvantage.
I'm not afraid of a little bit of disadvantage. I've been disadvantaged my whole life. What are you talking about?
With a booty like that, I doubt it.
So it's a 12, and I have proficiency in persuasion.
Okay.
So that's what, plus my charisma modifier? Or plus my proficiency bonus. So it's plus 3.
Both.
Yeah, it's plus both.
So 16.
Okay.
12. Yeah.
And that's with disadvantage?
No, that was the lower number.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. All right, so believe it or not, you actually passed.
I'll be a donkey's uncle.
It's because I'm not using Amanda's dice.
Well, that's advantage Bion, I guess.
I'm very sorry for weighing his dice.
No, I have at least one other set of yours that I just have to separate them out from my other dice, and I just haven't done that.
Terrible.
I know, shameful, really. So, Bion, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get more information. Did you know? I have it written down as okay. It's Iola.
Eola, yeah.
Eola. Did they know Eola? Did you know Eola?
I mean, we saw her around, but we weren't friends. We didn't hang out. Stolos is pretty cool, but you know.
Do you know if she was allergic to bees?
I mean, again, we weren't friends, man. So like, nah, I have no idea.
You don't know all of your loose acquaintances' allergies?
Weirdly, she's the only one that I don't. The rest of them, yeah.
Very, very inconvenient.
I know.
Did you compete against her?
Well, I mean, we're not competitors. We're just here to watch, man.
Oh. Did you have money on her to win an event that she didn't win?
What? Because we're goblins? Because we're goblins, we bet on everything?
No. Gambling is well within the law.
Okay.
That doesn't... What?
He has a giant wink on his face.
Right now we're talking about if these criminals are criminals.
You can't say it like that.
Well, he did. He did.
So I'm trying to figure out how to word it to them.
So while you're
See.
while you're thinking, let me cut over to Demos for just a minute. Demos,
Yes.
you see all of this going down. You see that there's clearly some communication difficulty between your new friend Bion and these goblinoids.
I'm pretending I don't know him.
I am, me personally, am offended right now.
So I'm trying to, like, distance myself from anyone associated with law enforcement as much as possible.
From yourself.
Basically, I want to wait until they clear out and then head over there and talk to them.
So, as you're kind of observing this, you all, or everyone in the winery, can hear a scream from outside.
Scream! We must investigate.
And with that, we will cut back to Nikitas and Contes.
Before the next person comes in, I want to do something.
Or should I come up a little harder? What do you think, Contos? Should I be the mean one and you be the nice one? We're not getting anywhere with these suspects.
I'm not good at nice, so I take out a square piece of metal from my pocket, and I set it on the table. And as I set it on the table, it starts emitting a buzzing sound, like a bee, just very subtly, a buzzing, this kind of that annoying sound.
So you are kind of Tinker Gadget now.
What does Tinker Gadget do? We played with him one time. He just shot.
Oh, he pulls things out of his ass.
Well, I pulled a couple things out of his ass.
Ladders.
2 ladders.
Entire ladders.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then you guys
Then we
leaned the
left.
ladders together so you could get a better perspective. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was a good idea. Good
It went really
engineering.
well. Yeah.
Big engineering.
So,
All right, I have an idea.
okay. This is staying, though. I just scooted over to the edge of the table.
I'm really annoyed now, and I don't know why. But I think we should get this over with.
Weirdly,
Gods, the next two. I'm sorry, just bring in the dwarf. And I turn myself into a spitting image of Bion.
Now that is fucking art.
Somehow I am
Slightly
not
bigger
surprised.
booty.
Yeah, it is round. Very round. Okay, so...
Dwarf walks in.
Yep, so they bring in this dwarf. So this is a female dwarf. She says, "Why am I here?" Troll
Best
Leader
friends.
does not answer questions from fans.
What's her name?
Troll Leader?
Troll Bleeder. Man, that's cool.
That is
Troll
pretty
Bleeder,
cool.
that's an awesome name. My name is Bionitas. And I am an officer of the law. There's been a murder. There's been a murder in the vineyards.
She's like, "I know. Iola was killed. I heard about it. Look, do you not know who I am?"
Okay.
She's like, "Do you not know who I am?
I don't follow baseball very well, so I don't know who you play for in Boston and what a grand slam is. I don't understand."
She's like, "Look, my name is Lamakos Trollbleeder. I am the most winningest wrestler in all of the Olympics."
When you sip,
Can I make a
All the Olympics,
perception?
I believe it. You look like you've been cut from stone. Pretty impressive.
Is that a dwarf joke?
Yes.
I just at her remark, I just wanted to roll to see if I could tell if that was a lie or if that was true.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
12.
Okay. I mean, you don't think that she's lying, but you don't follow baseball either.
Remind me after this. We need to find out what a grand slam is. Sounds impressive.
She's like, "I can tell you now. That's when you win 5 Olympics in a row."
Wow, that is a lot of grand slam. Perfect name for it.
I lean down. How old are you?
So, as an officer of the law, here's my badge. I actually changed it to say Bionitas on there. Yeah, you know Iola. You know she's dead. Do you know the circumstances revolving around her death? Did you do it?
She says, I was wrestling. How could I have killed her while I was competing?
Well, we don't have an exact time of death. We are not very great investigators. We heard the scream, so I imagine the death happened approximately around the same time as the scream.
So she says, look, I had Eufro, that big Goliath, I had him pinned as I heard the scream. So it couldn't have been either of us.
Can I find out the truth of that?
Yeah, you can also roll an insight.
I'm good at those. 10.
Very good at this.
So good.
Yeah, you don't think that she's lying.
Okay. Well, Hilda's been, she's been stalked, or was stalked by a creepy person in black.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Stolos told me about it. And
yes,
we all
Stolos
tried to
was her
warn
best
her.
friend.
We all tried to warn her to report it, but she wouldn't do it.
Was she in a romantic relationship with the creepy guy in black?
I don't know, man.
Do you know anything that could help lead us to victory in this investigation? Because I also am trying to win a Grand Slam of law and justice.
She's like, no, man, I just want to go. Troll Bleeder does not answer questions from fans. Clearly,
Trust me, I am not a fan.
Clearly, you just want an autograph. I guess I'll sign it. You want me to sign you a little notebook there?
Yes, go ahead, and I want you to take this as well. It's just my signature. Call me if you hear anything.
She's like,
sending stuff over.
yeah, you call me when you win your own Grand Slam.
Alright, well, Grand Slam in law and justice means you catch the perpetrator within the same 24 hours of the crime. This will be my first Grand Slam, for I am not Bionitas.
Perfect.
Well, remember the name, because as famous as you are in the sport you do, that's equally as famous in the sport of law.
And as soon as you start saying that, like, you hand her the card, she's already on her way out while you're talking.
Contos, I think that went well.
Super well, as the bees continue buzzing in the background.
How much do you think I can get for this autograph?
I might be able to help with that.
Roll an intelligence check.
Who?
Contest.
Turn. Or was it just like plain?
Yeah, just plain intelligence.
18.
Okay. So you know enough to know that you don't really know a ton about Olympic autographs, but you can imagine it's worth a decent amount.
I know people who would know.
Alright, I'm going to leave this with you, and I put it inside of you to put in a compartment for later.
I just picture Contos as what was the Pawn Stars, being like the bald guy from that who's like, I've got a buddy who can appraise that for you. Yeah.
That's what you do is $3.
And secretly, Contos is like, that's like 1,000 gold. Okay, so you have one more person to interview.
Alright, I'm going to turn into Telemon, the chief of police.
Perfect. And as you do that, we're going to cut back for just a second to Bion and crew.
So, I imagine, am I closer to the door than them or further away?
It's up to you. You tell me.
I'd like to be closer to the door than them.
Okay.
I was imagining it being like this, and the door being like here.
Okay.
I want to try to get to the door before they do.
Yeah, go for it.
So, yeah. Cool. Do I need to roll?
No, I'll let you get there. I mean, you were kind of not fully invested in what was going on with Bion, so I'm going to say you get to react first.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to go investigate that quickly.
Okay, so you head out. You are pretty much like right by the exit, and so you are the first one out the door.
Okay.
Bion and Raz, what are you guys doing?
Pursuing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just following to see what's happening.
Okay, so Bion, roll a strength check for me.
Oh, sir. I am quite strong.
Are you proficient in strong?
Yes, along with sitting. Alright, here we go. I'm using my white and gold dice. Let's see what happens. It is a solid 8 plus 2.
Only +2?
Only plus 2, sir.
Are you not proficient?
I'm not proficient in strong.
Oof. Yikes.
I lied.
You know,
I was
lying
hoping
is
my bluff
illegal.
would shine through.
Lying to the dungeon master is illegal, sir.
No. No, see, I
According to
know.
section 1, that's it.
Oh,
Section 1, you should always lie to the
Subsection
dungeon master.
13.
Oh, my bad.
absolutely. Nailed it. Okay, so you are trying to fight your way through this crowd, but everyone is kind of bustling for the door. Demos was closest, so he was able to kind of pop out before everyone else. But especially since you are shorter than basically everyone there, they are just pushing past you more than anything.
Typical.
Yeah, damn talls.
Typical.
So, Raz, you are slightly out in front of Bion. Demos, you are the first one out the door. And as you run outside, it is dusk, and you see there is someone knelt down further down the road. And you see that there appears to be something on the ground beside them.
Okay. I want to go investigate further and try to be like, are you okay? Do you need help?
Okay, so as you head over that way and get close enough, you ask them that. And they say, "They're dead! They're dead!
Oh, no.
Who?
Do you not see this man here? He's dead!
Do you know him?
No! I was just passing through."
And you said there was something else beside him?
Well,
Or was that
no,
the dead guy?
the dead guy is what's on the ground beside
Okay.
the kneeling person.
The corpse.
Yeah.
The corpse.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn around to Bion and go, look, the murderers stayed this time. They're leaning right over.
So,
You have been so influenced by Bion and Nikitas at this point.
For 1 second, I won't charge that person with murder.
do either of them look familiar to me? I have the keen mind feat, which lets me accurately recall anything I've seen or heard in the past month.
Sure. Roll a luck check.
3.
No, they do not seem familiar at all.
Okay. I'm gonna. Were they dead when you found them? Or did you see what happened?
So she's just like, I just said, I found him here dead. I don't know what happened.
Are we out there?
I mean, you guys are still on your way. You're not quite there yet.
So I'm gonna take out my writing kit and like draw this scene.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
12.
Okay. You notice as you're making this drawing a bee crawling across his chest, and it flies off as you're drawing.
I'm gonna make sure to draw it flying off.
Okay.
Sorry.
In action. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I was trying to figure out what was going on while listening to everything.
Sorry.
Yeah, I get it. Mine have been surprisingly quiet.
I know, yeah. This is my turn.
Yeah. Everyone has a dog bark day. So, Raz and Bion, you guys kind of muscle your way through the crowd and are able to get up and get to where Demos is talking to this woman with this corpse lying on the ground.
Okay. Do I see the bee that you said?
By the time you get there, it has already flown off.
Okay.
Oh, hey guys, nice of you to join me.
Oh, hey, my legs are short. I guess I could have just made them longer. Hey, what did you do? I'm talking to the lady now. I'm like,
Right.
what did you do to this poor man?
She's like, I found him here. For the third time, I found him here.
Wow, that sounds super fake.
Yes, I agree.
I feel like Raz is also a changeling of personality.
Yeah. I'm now instigating. That's fun. I don't know.
Perfect.
I remember once when I was a child, I found my father's great vintage ale that he had brewed whenever he himself was a child, and I drank it. And whenever he found his mug empty, he asked me, "What did you do?" And I told him, "I just found it here." This is very suspicious, because once when I was a child, I drank my father's vintage ale, and whenever he found me with the empty mug, he wanted to know what I had done, and I told him I had just found it there. This is the exact same scenario.
Exact same.
Except-
This woman clearly drank your father's ale.
Clearly.
Oh my god.
Bion definitely refilled that ale bottle with a little bit of water every time.
I'm gonna write vintage ale, must try.
Might be watery. Okay, so
Check quality.
are you mentioning anything that you saw or had heard?
There's a large crowd around.
Yeah, so everyone from the winery has come outside now. So once again, there is a big crowd gathered around this body, but you don't have the illusionary caution tape this time.
Right. So, not yet. No, I'm gonna continue my drawing, and I'm gonna look at the person and be like, "Sorry, I'm not actually a cop. I just like to investigate." And kind of stand away from them and continue my drawing.
But,
I would like to detect magic around the body.
okay.
I don't think I need to.
Nope, you don't. I was just waiting. You sounded like you were going to say something else. So you cast Detect Magic, and you definitely can see an aura of magic around them. And you can see a trail seemingly, well, I'll have you roll either insight or investigation.
Sure, okay. Wow, a 12.
Okay, I mean,
So good.
it's not a horribly obscure fact. So the trail of magic you see leading away from the body seemingly mimics the pattern of a bee flying.
Oh shit. Hey, I'm being 100% serious now, which hasn't happened yet. So you need to follow me. Leave the body, follow me. There's a trail.
Trail.
Yeah, a bee trail. A magic bee trail.
Yeah, it's just, I turn to the person who found the dead body. Handle this body with care. Make sure it gets taken to the proper coroner or whatever. Let's go to the bee.
Follow the trail. And I'm for detect magic up for 10 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm gonna follow, and I'm gonna be like, I saw a bee. As soon as we get a little bit further down.
Okay. Well, it's all coming together then.
Okay.
It's the bees are the killers. Not somebody setting the bees loose. Just the magic bees.
So as you three take off after the magic bee, we're gonna cut back to Nikitas.
I just want to interject really quick. Just
Yeah.
really fast, I promise. I just want everybody to know that Bion is getting increasingly more excited as this is all going on. He's like hopping a little bit while they're running.
Amazing.
He is incredibly adorable.
This is, after all, his first case that he's probably going to solve, maybe, this time.
First time at bat, get a grand slam.
Love it.
Oh, the one with all the baseball references. That's what this is.
Oh God.
Okay, so Nikitas, you have your last person to question, and you said you had just changed into your boss, basically.
Yep, I'm now Telemon.
So as they bring
Bring
this,
in the last one.
so they bring in this Aarakocra, and immediately, like as soon as they walk through the flap, they're like, "Hold on, is there a bee in here?"
Why, yes, there is. What perceptive ears you have.
Oh no, I've got to go. I cannot be in here.
I cast hold person on.
What does he have to do to resist?
He has, or they have to. Where's hold person? I know I have it. Oh, it's a second level spell.
And actually, good catch. I forgot to look at what I wrote on my notes. This is also a non-binary Aarakocra.
All right. They have to make a Wisdom saving throw of 14.
Okay, so he manages to pass that, and he's like, "Oh, hey,
no!
don't."
Tackle him! Tackle them now!
I cast web.
Does not pass that.
I just have him stuck to the floor rather than like hung from the tent or anything.
So do you just like Spider-Man, like whip, and you just web his feet?
So I actually, it's coming out of my kneecap. So the force required to shoot the web, I bend my mechanical leg very fast and right out my kneecap.
Okay.
All over the floor.
Kontos and Tinker absolutely need to hang out at some point. Come on, I can't be in here. I am deathly allergic to bees. I can't be in here.
Oh, I don't think that's it. I think you are a murderer, as said so by my favorite and most qualified and best agent, Nikitas. I must do him proud as the chief elite. By example, you are under arrest for suspicion of murder.
He's like, if it gets me out of here, cool. Arrest me. I didn't do it, but come on.
All right. Kantos, we need to do a proper investigation. Yeah, can you please remove the bee?
I walk over to the table and touch the little piece of metal, and I put it back in my pocket, and there's buzzing sound comes to a halt.
If the bee's gone, what's going on?
There's been a murder. Have you heard?
Everyone's heard.
Alright, let's get to it. Yes, we all know everyone's friends of friends of friends who know the murder. Did you know that the murder was a bee?
What?
The murder weapon was a bee.
No, that can't be.
Oh, it certainly can be. It was a bee.
God damn it, I set that up too well.
Why are you so terrified of bees?
Well, I just said I'm deathly allergic to them.
How would you know? If you've been stung by a bee, you'd be dead.
Well, I mean, there is magic, but...
You know about the magic bees? There's magic bees here?
Hold on, Nikitas. You don't know about magic bees?
I thought you just said magic bees.
No, he said there's magic, but... And he just kind of paused.
Got it. What do you mean about this magic? You know, is there any magic surrounding these bees?
He's like, that's ridiculous. I've never even heard of a magical bee. I mean...
Me neither. It's absolutely preposterous.
It does.
There's no way there's magic bees. Next thing you know, there'll be magic everything. No. I'm gonna cross this out. This is a never. Alright, we're back to square zero.
Perfect.
But tell me, do you know anything about a creepy guy in black?
He's like, I mean, yeah, everybody in the village has heard about this, but I didn't really know Aeolus that well, so I don't really know what's going on there other than the rumors.
What rumors?
That there was a creepy guy in black stalking somebody?
What color are your feathers?
White and brown and gray.
Good answer, because if you said black, I'd be very suspicious. Okay,
He just-
that they're all the colors except for black.
He just looks at you in disbelief, like, what is wrong with this guy?
tell your friends. Here's my calling card. It's my calling stone, and it's actually Telemon's number. Call Telemon, the chief of police.
And he looks at it and is like, "What is this?"
It says, remember, if you come across that creepy guy on black, you give me a call. And
It's like-
stay away from those bees. I mean, sure, they're not magic, and that's impossible. But just stay away from regular bees. There's a hive out back. Stay away from that.
Yeah, magic bees sound absolutely horrible.
Yes, Contos, do you have any parting words for our friend here?
No. I thought surely we'd caught him in a web of lies.
Get out. Thanks, been a great session. Contos is gone now.
Oh, Demos is taking over. Okay, so yeah, no, bad puns aside, no comment.
Can I get the bird's name?
Do you ask, or are you asking the
I told you
guards?
my name is Telemon. I need to put your name down for the record. What is your name?
Wow. I didn't expect another Aarakocra to call me that, but
Yes, we are kin. We call each other bird all the time. It's totally offensive if a non-bird calls us a bird.
Bird is the word.
Take it back.
My name is Timoleon.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Well, I have your name here, and I have no reason to suspect you're telling me a falsehood. I guess you are also free to go. All of our suspects are clean. I'm either really bad at my job or really, really good.
It's a toss-up. All right.
Magic bees. Insane. Goodbye, Timoleon. And I let Timoleon go.
Okay. So, as you finish your investigation there, we are going to cut back to Magic Bee Land. So, Bion, what are you and your crew doing?
Besides making a beeline.
I believe
After.
I am following the person who can follow the magic bee trail.
Oh, yes, I'm in charge.
Okay. Raz?
Lead the way, brave deputy.
I am, in fact, sadly following the trail.
Okay.
Such things happen.
So, you follow this trail, and it leads off the path into the woods, deeper into the mountains.
All right.
And
Still traversable on foot.
yep. So as you guys progress, it gets harder and harder, and I need you to roll a survival check to keep up with this bee.
I mean, we're just following the path, though, right?
Well, it has definitely veered off the path into the woods.
Gotcha. Yep, a 9.
Oof. So it
Well, I
grows.
mean, we're just following like the path of the bee, though. No, we're not following
Oh, yeah.
it, so.
Yeah, you're just following the path. It grows harder and harder to follow because
Right.
the trail goes through more and more rough territory. Eventually, as it progresses a little bit up the mountain, you're having to boulder over these large rocks. Especially for Bion, it's more of a challenge trying to get up.
I'm gonna make my legs much longer.
I'm trying to decide if I should be offended or not.
Probably.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yes, always.
I am offended.
Hey, at least they didn't call you a bird, alright?
It's true.
They just literally call me a dwarf nonstop.
We didn't call you a dwarf. We just said you're short.
Now hold up. See here.
Anyway, so you guys follow this trail, and Raz, shortly before you said 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yep.
Okay, so shortly before your 10 minutes is up, you see that as you climb over this last rock, the area in front of you is just awash in color from the different types of magic. And as your spell fades, it is just a small grove of trees and bushes.
I'm gonna cast it again.
Okay. And again, it lights up.
Crazy. Guys, there's magic freaking everywhere. Like everywhere.
Yes,
I can't follow the trail because it's everywhere.
Yes, just the world is magic, but where did the bee go?
No. This entire valley right here, all magic.
Yes, very beautiful and majestic, but the bee deputy.
Hey, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm gonna try and see if can I roll to discern the trail, or is it just like gone in the magic?
I will let you roll either survival or arcana, which is better.
Oh my god. 9.
Was that survival or was that arcana?
That was arcana.
Yikes.
Survival would be 6.
Oof. Okay, yeah, I would definitely take that 9.
I'm switching to physical dice.
Were these your dice? Or were they someone else's?
Oh no, I was using digital rolls, but not anymore. I'm just lazy sometimes.
Those damn weighted digital dice.
I know. I'm switching to physical dice now, damn it.
Okay, so you are following this trail, but as it leads into this like fully magical grove, it becomes incredibly difficult to follow. Until eventually you find yourself in a clearing. As far as your detect magic spell, it is still lit up all around you. You can obviously see the terrain, but there is like a back glow to it. So you are still awash in every type of magic for your spell.
Amazing.
But you have come to this clearing, and you see one large tree, and in this tree, it has roots that are above ground, and you see what appears to be like an opening in the roots that leads underground.
Oh. Guys, are you guys right behind me?
Yep. I want to light a torch.
I want to go. There's an opening, like under the Whomping Willow.
Basically, yeah.
Like a full hole. Okay, I would like to go in it.
Okay. So.
I will make my legs shrink again.
So Demos, you go to light this torch, and as soon as you do, a wind blows it out.
Good.
I'm gonna put light on the end of my staff.
Okay.
Perfect.
A light spell.
Way to Gandalf it up.
Yep. It's where I keep my focus, my arcane focus. I keep it attached to the end of my staff.
Is it a crystal?
No, not anymore. Now it's just a rock.
Just a random gray rock.
Yep, just a rock that I picked up, and I was like, this is gonna help me focus on stuff. So I'm gonna drop detect magic and put light on my stuff.
Okay. So as you do, you light this way. Are you, I guess, leading the way down?
No, I'm gonna move out of the way, so you can go first.
I do have dark vision.
Okay.
I don't know if it's that dark. I don't know.
I mean, as you get up to this hole under the tree, it's definitely pretty dark. So dark vision would definitely help here.
It's usually mountain holes I like going into, but I guess a tree hole will do fine this time.
I'm just gonna. I don't even.
I just picture Raz like hitting him with the butt of your staff, like go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I guess I will lead. Wait. Hold on.
I don't have dark vision, so.
I don't either.
Hold on, we're holding.
I feel like I need to check for traps before we walk in this hole.
I'm so
That's
proud
a
of
great
you.
idea.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm assuming this is a thing that does not happen.
I'm gonna percept for traps.
Okay.
You hear that, DM?
I heard it. You're percepting.
Percepting for traps. Oh my God, no! I didn't do that. We did not.
Was it a
percept
nat
for
one?
Oh dear.
You're like looking around. You're investigating, like kind of poking around before you go in there, and just a gnat goes right into your eye. You're like, this seems fine.
This seems very fair, yes.
It's guarded by tiny gnats.
All of these bugs.
The classic gnat trap.
Alright, well, I guess we'll... It looks clear. It doesn't look like there's any traps that I can see out of my one good eye. So,
Great.
I guess I'll lead the way.
Yeah, depth perception is gone, but...
I gingerly start to enter the tree hole, for lack of a better term.
Perfect. So, as you guys prepare to enter this opening in the tree, you... actually, roll another perception check, all three of you.
12.
Okay.
Holy shit.
12.
Did you crit, or did you get another one?
I got another one.
Oh my god!
Double ones. What
That's-
is this devilry?
That's ridiculous. The other eye gets a nat.
Oh,
How many design effect dice do you have?
Those aren't even, like... He's not playing in person, he's playing remote as well, so...
So he's using digital dice, and that sucks. D&D Beyond sometimes is my friend, and today it is not. So I gave up on it.
Dan, are you using digital, or do you have...
No.
Streams.
no, I'm using my real dice, but I just suck tonight apparently.
It happens. You are now temporarily blinded. You're actually not. You just have a second nat.
Bion the Blind has a pretty sweet ring to it.
That really does.
Yeah,
They
just
have a buy on the Bootylicious.
Also,
Traditions.
what about
Buy on
Bion?
Bootylicious Blind.
Yes.
or the blind and bootylicious, you know.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
I would allow it.
so Bion, you start to lead the way in, and like I said, you get another gnat, and as you're picking this gnat out of your eye, you eventually just decide, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna barrel right through this wall of gnats. And
Sounds about right.
yeah, as you make your way down, Demos, are you following them or are you in between?
I'm in the back.
Okay, so you are behind the light source.
Yes.
Okay, you lead the way down with Raz and then Demos behind. Bion, you do not hear anything when you enter. Did you both get 12s? Is that what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 12, yeah.
Okay, so yeah. The two 12s, you hear the buzzing of bees.
Oh no. I'm gonna put my hands out, try to get them both.
I'm gonna start laughing.
Can you demonstrate?
I hear the bees. Do you hear the bees? And it continues.
I am going to cast telepathic speech
Okay.
and try to get you to laugh telepathically only. So that you're not laughing out loud, but you can continue laughing.
Perfect. What do I have to do?
That's so interesting.
I don't think you have to do anything, right? Like, as long as they're willing, they can talk with you telepathically.
Right. You can talk telepathically with me as long as you're within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
Oh no, as long as you're within 5 miles of me for the next 6 minutes.
Oh, so, like, do you also send this to Nikitas and Kontos?
I think I can only choose one person. So when I cast it, they have to be within 30 feet of me.
Gotcha. Okay.
But then they can speak for 6 minutes after that, no matter how far away.
Okay. So you're just doing this to Demos, being like, shut up.
Right. Like, hey, look, now you can laugh but still be quiet.
Right.
Okay. Perfect.
So you're just laughing in your head now.
Yeah. It's all internal now.
Well,
So now I'm the Joker.
not fully internal. It's also going into Raz's head.
Yeah.
Sorry, Petra.
Shared internally.
Yeah. Share the pain. All right. So you descend, and you all notice that there are, like, natural stone stairs. They don't appear to be hewn at all. They seem like they are worn by natural process. And as you reach the level area of the floor, you see a woman.
Oh.
I'm pretty much the stone floor.
Oh, God.
Moving on from the stone floor. So, there is a woman who is sitting on a large mushroom, like this bioluminescent blue mushroom. And Bion, just one more time. If you get another one, you're permanently blind.
Oh, no.
Just roll a perception, please.
If you tell me that the woman on that mushroom is a Earth Ganassi, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I bet it's the person in black who stays wet.
Doing the same.
Alright, I'm getting ready to do it. I'm trying to prep myself up for this. Believe in the heart of the cards, dice. Here we go. I'll lean down so you can hear it.
You've got the power of friendship on your side.
Take out your Millennium Puzzle.
The never-ending story. Here we go. 16.
Nice. You broke the curse.
Your grandfather's cards really were with you today.
Oh, you just went Super Saiyan on them.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I percepting?
It's over 9,000. So, you... So, as you make it down, you are pretty distracted at first by these stairs. But,
Sweet stairs.
yeah, they're very sweet. But you see this woman on this glowing mushroom. And you notice that this is a dark-haired woman in, like, yellowish golden robes. You notice that she has a pair of bee-like wings sprouting from her back.
Oh my god.
So this dark-haired woman is just sitting there sipping from a cup and says, "Oh, well, hello. I have not had visitors in a while."
At this point, I am going to move a couple feet back and try, and then oh, God. I'm going to cast
Not really.
Okay, now I'm going to cast sending to Nikitas and let them know what we have found.
Okay, what do you say specifically? What do you say specifically?
Hey, we found a bee lady under a tree. You can get there by wandering away from where we were.
Perfect. Those are flawless directions.
We might die.
So you send that to Nikitas. Nikitas, do you?
Message. Yep.
Yeah. Do you relay that to Kantos?
Yes.
Okay. So you're both now aware of the bee lady situation.
Wait, are we sure that she's a bee?
Well, she definitely has bee-like wings.
But how can they
So-
be sure?
Like wasps have bee-like wings.
She could be the wasp lady. Weirdly.
I
Right,
want
Conan,
to.
I said bee like lady.
That would be the worst twist of all time. Really don't do that.
Oh, God.
Hey, Contos.
Yes?
I turned back into my normal form.
Oh.
Suddenly, that magic bee story doesn't sound so preposterous.
Nothing.
Shit, I forgot to mention there's magic bees.
Well, the bee lady kind of gives a hint of magic
Yeah, I
bees.
kind of gave it away, but...
Really?
I was spoiling anything.
You really buried the lead there, yeah.
Fair enough, yeah, my bad.
So she stepped back.
We know they said that they're lost in the middle of the woods somewhere, but I have an idea.
That's not nice, then.
But did you say wander the woods somewhere?
Yeah, I did. Find the tree.
They're under a tree somewhere in the middle of the woods, but I have an idea.
Demos, what were you saying?
So she stepped back. I don't want to step back.
So you just let her run right into you?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's good around you. Sorry.
I want to look at the bee lady and compliment her. Like, you look very nice today. Do you know how someone like me could get wings like that?
Well, you would have to be born of the gods like I am. For starters.
Oh.
But what brings you to my humble abode?
A bee?
Oh, you met Steve, did you?
Oh. Can I meet him again?
And you say that as a whole swarm of bees seems to like lift her up a little bit. She's almost floating, and she turns to face you and says, "Of course." And you see a single bee flies over to you and just kind of hovers, doing its little bee thing where it moves around a little bit right in
Okay.
front of your face.
Yeah. This is the bee, guys. This is Steve. I'm like, thanks. My friends might want to talk to him. What's your name?
That's a fantastic question. She says, "My name is Demeus."
Hi, that's so close to my name. I'm Demos. Nice to
Wow.
meet you. My friends might need to talk to you.
She says, you did mention that.
I'm here on observation.
I can tell. You seem very observant.
I want to draw her.
Okay. And you see that she strikes a pose.
And the bees that she's floating on.
Yeah, and
Anime pose.
What pose did
Perfect.
she?
Yeah, is it like a god pose or like what kind of pose is this?
so you are now drawing.
Bees pose.
So you're now drawing her like one of your French girls,
Perfect,
Yes.
perfect.
and she orders the bees to hold position.
Yes.
And so
Nice.
you see that these like dozens and dozens of bees are all just stopped in midair. Their wings are still obviously going, so they can move and like hold position, but they've all stopped.
I like this lady. And continue drawing. Let them do whatever they want.
Okay. Did either of the rest of you want to do anything?
No, not while he's drawing. Not while they're drawing. So, can I look at, like, is it just her and the bees down here? Is it like a big cavern or a small cavern?
So roll an investigation or perception, whichever.
What's the same? 23.
Ooh. So as you look around, you see that there are other, like, small to medium-sized bioluminescent mushrooms kind of scattered about in this little residence. At first, you would assume it's probably just like a large cavern, and as you look around, it looks like the interior of any other home, basically, except carved out of natural material. This is something that
Okay, so
was...
it's like a cottage core dream home.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got little, like, table and everything, but it seems that the table was grown there. It wasn't made.
Okay.
And you see, like, she's got little knickknacks and whatnot. But otherwise, it seems like a pretty normal interior of a home. And she seems to be the only one there besides the bees.
Okay. And she's, like, relaxed. She's posing for you to draw? Or for you to draw?
Yeah, fully, like, laid down on one side.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to inch forward a little bit and just kind of, like, chat with her as I look around. Like, so how long have you lived down here by yourself?
Oh, when you live as long as I have, time really doesn't matter.
But you've been alone for all that time? Besides your bees?
No, not at all. I have many friends. I live alone, but I have many friends.
And do your bees stay with you all the time?
Oh, they come and go as they please. Obviously, they don't live as long as I do.
Right. And do they ever interact with other people?
I am sure they do.
Do they ever harm anybody?
Well, they don't have a mind of their own. They just act purely on instinct.
they their queen, or do they have a queen?
Well, they do have a queen, but you might say that I am the queen of queens. Yes?
Oh, I would definitely say that.
Well, thank you.
Have you noticed anything unusual about the queen lately?
Well, she doesn't live here, but the last I checked, she was doing well.
Do you know where she lives? I'd like to pay her a visit. Show my respects.
She says, well, luckily for you, we can communicate without you needing to go to her. What would you like to know?
I just want to make sure that she's doing well and to pass our regards.
And you see she's quiet for a moment, closes her eyes, and she says, she's doing fantastic.
So, when was the last time you've had a visitor down here?
Oh, again, time really doesn't mean as much when you've lived as long as I have.
But a while.
It's hard to say. Bion, did you have any questions or anything you wanted to ask?
I'm very nervous.
I know you had mentioned the history check. She hasn't really been forthcoming, so did you want to make your history check on like who or what she is?
I've talked a lot. I was letting everybody else do their stuff.
Oh, I know.
Be polite.
I know you were. I was just asking to see if you wanted to.
Yes, let's do it. I want to know because Demias, and this is me metagaming, unfortunately.
Okay.
Sounds like Demeter. Okay.
Okay.
And you know who Demeter is? Demeter is
Never heard of her.
her.
Never heard of her.
He just made that
capital here, Missouri. So I just feel like it's gonna have something to do with that. So I'm rolling a history check, and I'm going with the gold D20 this time.
And since you have two other nerds with you, I will say you can roll with advantage.
Beautiful. Okay, I will roll gold, and I will roll blue. I don't know why I'm announcing that to you guys, but now you know.
Now we know. The more you know.
Alright, here we go. I got an 8 and a 6.
Yikes.
So, and I'm proficient in history, which is plus 3. So.
Plus whatever the ability is for history.
Oh, right. So plus another 2.
So is that 13?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
No, you rolled a 6 and an 8, right?
Yeah, so I would take the 8,
Right.
add in the 3 and the 2.
Right.
So 9,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just...
13, yeah.
I'm not a mather. Yeah. So, even with a 13, even though it's not a super high number, you are fairly certain that you are speaking with a nymph.
Ah, yes, the nymph that the crowd wanted to go kill, I bet.
Do you say that out loud, or do you say that, like, internally?
That's like... I almost feel like it would be funnier if I thought it was internal, but I said it out loud.
Like, muttered it loudly under your breath.
Like, I'm kind of playing, I don't know if anybody has caught on, but this character is kind of my Will Ferrell as Sherlock Holmes. It's kind of what I've been going for here a little bit.
But also Will Ferrell in the other guys a little bit.
Yes, it's Will Ferrell.
Oh, no.
I'll allow it.
No, but I think I just internalized that as I stroke my beard.
Okay.
Or maybe I whisper it to one of my compatriots.
Yeah. I mean, if
Also,
you...
she's a bee, so I don't know how good of hearing bees have.
So, if you want to whisper it, roll a stealth check.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna get a negative though. Yeah, that's gonna get a -3, so I gotta do good on this one.
Ooh.
And then it's a 12 minus 3, so that's, a 9.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you do not stealthily say that. So...
This really checks out for real life, if we're being completely honest here.
That's true. That's very true.
I cannot whisper to save my life.
Yeah, I've known you for far too long. That's accurate. So, you say this, and she says, well, it seems you've solved one mystery.
A notch in the belt for Bion. That's maybe the first mystery I've ever solved.
I'm going to clap Bion on the shoulder and say, I am so proud of you. So proud.
We have to look away and wipe a tear away before
And this time it's not a nap.
Well, this time it's a real tear. Not even me father said he was proud of me. Anyway, oh shit, what was I gonna do next?
Hey, that is a perfect time for us to cut back to Nikitas and Kantos.
Contos, I can't. It's starting to get dark in these woods. I mean, why wouldn't they give us better instructions in this?
Hell, Fido!
So, I'll let you both roll survival checks.
What I want to do, I also have detect magic.
Okay.
So when we get to the woods, I want to cast detect magic as well.
Okay.
To see if I also can see any signs of a trail of magic.
Yeah, I will let you, and only you, roll with advantage.
Alright, I'm rolling survival or investigation?
Survival.
Sure. Oh, thank goodness for that advantage. 16.
Okay.
16, actually.
Wow. We are just rolling in pairs tonight. Okay. Double 16s.
Bananas and pajamas.
That is 100% related to this. Yep. Oh my god.
He is everything to be sued by.
Oh, is that Nickelodeon?
I don't know.
I am uncertain.
This is like,
I think it is, and I'm okay with that. You know what? I would like to meet them.
I thought it was just regular Saturday morning
In
cartoon.
court.
Well, you know, the details don't matter.
And they wear the banana costumes in court.
Probably. They have to be in character, you know.
Yeah.
So, you both are able to pick up this trail somehow. Despite it being significantly after, it's a very, very faint trail. And you manage to find this grove in the woods.
I wasn't detecting magic on the bees. I was detecting magic on the stench of Bion's booty.
It's magically delicious.
I just followed that stench. That stench anywhere.
So, you guys make it to this holy tree. And are you guys headed down?
Can I investigate? Can I roll for traps?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna
Please
roll
be
for
another one.
traps.
Please be another one.
That was a 12.
You do notice a whole nest of gnats, but you manage to step aside and not get caught in them.
Contos, it's best to stay away from these gnats. They're very dangerous. They can leave one blind.
Yeah, deadly even.
Contos, I don't know what we're going to see down there. I might need to have you lead. They're definitely down there. That stench is pungent. They're very close indeed.
I
I don't need to detect magic to know that they're down there.
So, as you say that, you see a stream of bees seemingly lit up with the light spell hover out.
Magic bees!
Almost like landing lights for an airplane, leading downstairs.
That's not ominous. I mean, that's... Yep, let's go. After you, Contos.
Alright.
Maybe you could use your little bee hum. Maybe you'll distract him and you can pose the bee.
Oh, perfect. So, you both walk down these, again, naturally hewn stairs, not by any human hands, and you find the rest of your party speaking with this bee woman who is lounged very sensually on this bioluminescent mushroom.
Oh, Bion, I missed you. I run forward and give Bion a hug.
My friend, I hug him with my clapping cheeks.
I think so.
Oh.
It's the formal greeting of those.
The formal greeting.
It's a special handshake you learn when you're in the academy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Special hand.
When let me finally write a note to this game. Never join Academy.
Oh.
And then as we do it, and as I'm in there, I cast Mage Hand, and it's not good.
Oh yes.
It is a
It's
resounding.
you.
It is a resounding clap.
With so many shapeshifters around, you can never be too sure.
Oh, but that clap can't be replicated.
Definitely not. All right, so what do we have here? I'm pretty certain that all my suspects and investigations have led me to believe, without a doubt, that the killer is a result of a magic beast, which is not preposterous by any means.
It's not. We follow a magic piece here.
So, as you are saying
Did I not
this,
mention that?
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, okay.
You might have left that part out.
Oh, next time for sure.
You did mention Bee Lady.
And you see her. See, I did so
I
good.
do. Now
She-
it makes sense.
She is
Now
pretty
it makes
magical.
sense.
She is pretty magical. So, as you guys are talking about these magical bees, you receive another phone call. This time, Bion.
Damn, that thing's got good reception.
So, as you pick up your speaking stone to receive this call, Telemon appears again and says, "Now, boys, now I do remember telling you to investigate and solve this murder as quick as possible. And, it seems that there have been numerous deaths since this investigation started, and I have no choice but to fire both your asses."
And he's put iced tea on us.
Sir.
He can't hear you.
And he says, "Now, again, I know you both know this is a recording, so I know you can't respond to
Turn
me."
it off. If we don't hear it, it's not true.
Throw the stone against the wall. Must
And-
have been a glitch in the system.
As you throw it against the wall, it pops up bigger in the middle of the room.
Oh, no. Are you
Yeah, you-
Just get stuck on that.
Yeah, you put it on
Right.
speakerphone. You put it on speakerphone. And so now Telemon, large in the middle of this cottage, says, I'm sorry, boys, but this is your first murder investigation, but you guys have really messed up, and I have no choice. You're both officially fired."
I cast Acid Splash on the sending stone.
It burns a little bit into it, but now it's just slightly melted. It's like a Nokia.
I cast Firebolt repeatedly at it until it dies.
I join in with the firebolt.
Right.
So you both ready your firebolts, and Demia says, "Now, there's no need for that. It's okay. I hear you mortals lose jobs. And
Listen, lady,
that's okay."
There's bigger things at work here. I look over at Bion. Bion, are we no longer agents of the law? Or are we just wrote up this investigation? There was no detail. Are we actually fired?
Unfortunately for Nikitas, he looks over and he sees Bion crumpled up in the corner, crying.
Just fetal position.
Hey, it's okay, bud. I mean, Telemon doesn't define us, the law does. And then justice will be served with or without this badge. And I take out my badge, and I look at it longingly, and I let it drop.
I cast Firebolt at it.
So as you pull out your badge, it fades away.
Oh no!
It was never real.
It's like this.
And Bion, as you're in the fetal position in the corner, you feel something like cuddled up against you, something comforting.
Is it my badge?
It's bees.
Oh, that's adorable and terrifying.
The bees have come and they've like lifted you up off the ground. They're now rocking you like a small baby.
Right? It's precious.
Are these like those little fat rumble bumbles that I like to play with, or are these like honeybees? Like, what kind of bees are we talking about here?
Oh yeah, we'll call them the fat little rumble bumbles.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Or the bonkers. They
yeah,
like to bonk into things.
absolutely.
Yeah, they got big booties. booties too. They have big booties.
Yeah, you have that in common.
Runs in the family.
You're part B,
Are
actually.
you now a bee? Alright.
Always have been.
Yeah, canon. It's canon. Bion is Bion because he's part B.
Love it.
I woke up
We now call him
Conto.
Zone.
Beautiful.
Nikitas, you were saying?
Yeah, I walk over to Contos and I say, I'm really sorry for this. And then I reach up and I take the temporary deputized badge off of them and crumple it and say, this is no longer binding. I'm sorry, the section, blah, 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 I don't care anymore. None of this is real.
And you know what? That's actually a perfect spot for us to end this session.
Oh.
Poor Bion.
100%.
He lost the only thing that he ever cared about. Or that
A
ever
fake
cared about him.
It was a real badge. A real fake badge.
A real fake badge.
I like to picture my Bion wearing a little gold 10 star.
Oh.
So now the Ascending Stone was like a delusion. Like, none of it was real. Like, he made with minor illusion that badge.
So, we are going to end here with things up in the air as to where this crew will go without the badges and the word of the law behind them.
No longer